This segment is sponsored by Health Communications, Inc.
Welcome back, everybody. Did you know that the average lifespan in the United States is only 73 years old? That's the lowest in the Western world. And many young people today are aging at a much younger age and a much faster rate than our parents or grandparents. So it's clear we need a revolutionary change in some of these statistics, and leading that charge to make us all healthier and enabling us to live longer with his suggestions, tips, and ideas. Renowned internist and regenerative physician, Dr. Michael Aziz joins me right now. There you are. Good morning, Dr. Michael. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Well, thank you. And I love your passion for what we're going to talk about. Your new book, The Ageless Revolution, The 10 Hallmarks of Aging. This is a book you wrote because you really want to make a difference in the world for people. Why is that?
When we take a look at the United States, like you said, we have the lowest lifespan in the Western world. We see countries like Monaco, they're making it to 90, Hong Kong, 88. In South Korea, women are going to be the first to live to age 90 in the next few years. And why, as the richest country in the world, we have such the lowest lifespan, and not only the lowest lifespan, but we also have many age-related diseases. And I really want to make a difference because this book targets aging as a disease, which is a very new concept.
Well, you know, a lot of people will connect our health and aging with our diets, and you say that there are a lot of popular diets. We're talking about the low fat, the low carb, keto, but you say that those negatively affect the 10 hallmarks that you explain in your book. So tell us about that.
In the Ageless Revolution, I looked at the diets of the people from all over the world, not just the blue zones, and diet has the most impact on longevity. It can affect longevity by a number of years. And the American diet, as you know, is full of sugar, trans fats, chemicals, and really we're on the wrong tracks. When it comes to low fat, they're very high in sugar, and sugar impacts longevity in a very bad way because it impacts a gene that's related to longevity called FOXO gene, and they also affects a molecule in the body called NADH, and that molecule plays also a role on another gene called sirtuin-1. So low fats are very bad with all the sugar, the chemicals, the cereals, all that stuff is just bad for us. And with the failure of low fat diets, people went to low carb and keto, which you can see they're very popular in magazines, and they load up on animal protein and processed meat, bacon, sausage, ham, hot dogs, and nitrites, and those processed meat damage the DNA and they lead to many types of cancers. So that's why we're really on the wrong tracks when it comes to those types of diets.
Wow, very good points. I wanted to switch and talk about supplements now because a lot of us think, oh, supplements are the key. They're the secret ingredient that we need to put in our diet. But what do you say about supplements?
Well, in the blue zones and many parts of the world, they don't take any supplement because they're doing all the right things. But I think of supplement as insurance because I don't live in a farm. I don't eat organic all the time. So there are some supplements that definitely are linked to longevity. We take a look at fish oil, omega-3 fatty acids. Many of us in the United States who don't live in a coastal area or who don't eat fish, even if you live in a coastal area, we are deficient in omega-3. And omega-3 are linked to longevity. So I recommend taking a tablet of omega-3 fatty acids 1 gram a day because people who have high level of fish oil omega-3 fatty acids in their blood have a longevity by an extra 4 years. Another also supplement that is very important that we're deficient in this country is vitamin D, especially if we live in the northern part of the United States. We don't get enough sun, and vitamin D3 plays a very important role, and that's why our mortality rate during the COVID-19 pandemic was very high. We were 10 times higher than Japan.
You know, it's interesting when you said that. I have vitamin D3 and omega supplements in my cupboard. I need to start taking those. I always forget to take them, but I'm going to heed what you just said to me because I'm going to go home and take those. But let's talk about biological age, and you say that we should focus on that. What does that mean in relation to chronological age?
Well, most people know what chronological age. Chronological age is a date where we were born, our birthday, and that you cannot change. Okay, but biological age is a new concept in medicine. It's the age of our cells, how old our cells, and this biological age can be reversed, or it can be slowed down, and that's by eating right, exercising, getting enough sleep, and supplements, sometimes medication. And biological age is more important because you can see somebody who's 70 years old, but they do everything right and they're in better condition, better health than someone who's 20 years old.
Now, if you were in Nebraska, we would be flooding your office right now, but you're not, even though I
Happy
invited
to
you. You
come to
may,
Nebraska. I've never been to Nebraska.
yeah. Well, we're going to have you here, but I want to ask this one question before we wrap up. How do we find the right anti-aging doctor? Because what you're saying, you're very passionate about, very knowledgeable, but how do our viewers find someone in our area?
I think it's hard because most doctors are really traditional and they treat blood pressure, they treat diabetes. They don't see aging as a disease, but people have to do their homework. They can go on Google, they can look for functional medicine doctor. And it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to consult with the doctor and ask him, what do you think of the supplements? As long as the doctor is open minded. I used to be traditional, now more of a functional medicine doctor.
Okay, well, you are, like I said at the beginning, very passionate about what you do. I love your passion, and you're very serious about wanting to help people and change the world. And one way that our viewers can get involved with the information is to find out where they can get information you just talked about. So tell us your website.
The website is www.theagelessrevolution.com.
Perfect. Well, we will put that on our screen. Dr. Michael, what a joy it is to talk to you. I hope we can do this again. And I appreciate your time this morning very, very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And friends, we'll be back with more Good Life. Stay right where you are.